Within the past year, I've been extremely fortunate to be able to sail on the Disney Wish in the Tower Suite and in the Ultimate Family Townhouse on Icon of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's ship. You can see all kinds of tours and some high level information online, but I wanted to get into that little minutia about what the experience of staying in them is actually like. They do genuinely each have their own strengths and weaknesses. One is not a clear winner over the other. Basically, if you are thinking about splurging with your friends or family for a big birthday or anniversary and are considering either of these options for a big once in a lifetime vacation, they are pretty different. So I want to get into that and figure out what is the best vacation for you. And both sleep up to 8 people, and they're about the same size. They're just under 2,000 square feet interior space. The Tower Suite has 4 bedrooms, 2 master suites with in-suite bathrooms and separate shower, bathtub, and water closet. A kids' room with in-suite bathroom, no tub, which is kind of odd, or water closet. There's also a library with a Murphy bed and in-suite bathroom. This one is accessible, so it's a roll-in shower, no bathtub, no water closet. In addition to all of that, there is a powder room off of the living room and a whole kitchen, which makes a total of 4.5 bathrooms. And every bedroom has doors, which means you can freely move around the cabin while everyone else is sleeping and not disturb them. I like to get up really early on vacation, so that was really good for me. The 2 masters have windows and they have curtains. Other 2 rooms don't have windows at all, they're totally interior. It is built to accommodate 8 adults comfortably, either 4 couples or like 3 couples and 2 single people in the kids' room and bunk beds. Also, just an asterisk about these water closets, they have lightly frosted glass doors, and they're kind of see through actually. So maybe don't tell your friends, oh yeah, you can go grab that thing I left in the bathroom if you know someone's using the toilet, because it's not as private as you think it would be. Now, the townhouse, which you'll remember also technically says that it sleeps 8, it only has 2 bedrooms. 1 master with an in suite bathroom, no bathtub, and no water closet. 1 kids' room that can sleep up to 4. It's all bunk beds with an in suite bathroom with combo shower and tub, and a no water closet. The theater room has a day bed that Royal Caribbean claims sleeps 2, but that's maybe like 2 little kids or 1 really short adult. It has an in suite bathroom, no tub or water closet or regular closet. There is no door to this bedroom, it's just a curtain. And it's also where the kitchen is. The dining table is on the other side of this curtain, which, by the way, is constantly making noise and cannot be turned off. In the living room is a pull-out couch, which sleeps 2. It does have access to a bathroom, sort of. Uh, there's a total of only 3 bathrooms. It is not actually a bedroom. The only bathroom on the bottom floor of the townhouse is inside of the theater room bedroom that we just talked about, which means if it's in the middle of the night and you need to go use the bathroom, then you're just going to go walk through someone else's bedroom. Your other option, you could leave the townhouse and directly underneath it is Surfside, and there's a bathroom there. So you can just use a public bathroom in the middle of the night. Very luxurious. It does have a wardrobe type closet that was installed later. But it has doors underneath it, so you can't hang things like dresses unless you leave both doors open and hang them from the door hooks. Now, you have to leave them open, or else the one you try to leave closed will swing out and bang back into it constantly. Extremely annoying. There are these 2 little footstool kind of things that you can plug your things into and charge, which is really nice. But they are locked into the floor. And also, they have lights on the top of them that you can't turn off. So you just have bright lights all the time. So that's a total of 10 sleeping spaces, but the room's capacity is 8, which means extra sleeping options. So it seems like it should be more flexible when you just list the numbers, but with the design, the townhouse is really only built to sleep up to 2 adults in 1 bed and up to 4 kids, less than 9 in the kids' room. Maybe an older kid in the theater room if no one plans to be in that living room, kitchen, or dining room when he tends to sleep. So it really is a family townhouse. One family. And the 2 on the bottom floor don't have doors, which means if those people are sleeping, then everyone else has to sneak around like burglars. And also, as you have probably seen before, there are huge windows which give you absolutely stunning wake views. And those are the curtains for the bedroom for the people that are sleeping in the living room. So you got to keep those closed. So the winner here for ease of sleeping and housing people, the maximum of 8, easily is the tower suite. It is built to accommodate comfortably 8 people. Next category is balcony space. Now, the townhouse has 2 balconies on the aft of the ship with a private hot tub on one of them. That is about 500 square feet of space. The townhouse is described as being 3 stories, but the bottom floor is a backyard with, they call it backyard, with ping pong table, seating, and a really great buffet table, which is an additional 251 square feet of shaded outdoor space. The tower suite on the Disney Wish has no balcony. I totally get why there isn't one on the tower, but I assume that there must be a special hidden reserved deck space for you elsewhere on the ship. But no, you have no private outdoor space, which is pretty shocking. So the winner by default here is obviously the townhouse. Next category is the decor, the style. What does it look like? How does it feel? The tower suite will have slightly different themes in between all the ships, but it looks like those are mostly just the details. The color schemes and layout is pretty similar between them. On the Wish, it is designed beautifully with a subtle Moana Polynesian theme. It's elegant and doesn't scream giant goofy or kids, but nor is it stuffy. If you don't like Moana, you'll probably still absolutely love the design. There's a small statue of Moana and Maui, a piece of wall art of Te Fiti, but other than that, there's really not that many Disney characters. It's said that the Wish is designed to look at a castle at sea, and I'd say that carries over into the Tower Suite. For any little girl that wants to stay in a princess castle, the Tower Suite is exactly that. The Ultimate Family Townhouse, on the other hand, is, oh my god, all the primary colors for little babies. If someone just showed me a picture of the interior, I would think that was the play area for the little kids. When you stay in the townhouse, your genie will tell you to be vigilant about keeping the doors closed and latched because anyone nearby genuinely thinks it's the kids' play area and tries to go inside. I realize that this is absolutely a personal thing. I don't have kids, not into kids. If you have little kids that like to bounce around on things and go into little hidey cubby holes, then the Ultimate Family Townhouse would probably work better. Also, it has a slide in it, which is actually really fun. I definitely recommend going down that slide. So the winner for the decor, personally for me, is the Tower Suite. Maybe parents with families would have a different opinion on that one. The room amenities. The Tower Suite has a full refrigerator, 2 freezers, a dishwasher, a sink, real forks and knives, an espresso machine, lots of teas, including loose leaf teas, a big, lovely dining room table, a bar, flowers. The bar has its own sink and glasses, a wine cooler. Each bedroom has a TV, plus a living room TV. The fridge is kept stocked with drinks. The freezer has Mickey ice cream bars. The townhouse has a tiny fridge, tiny fridge, an espresso machine, popcorn machine, dining table, PlayStation 4, Switch, karaoke kit, and a giant TV in the theater room. But all of those are in a bedroom or just on the other side of a curtain from a bedroom. So if someone's asleep in that room, then you really don't have those things. The one coffee maker being in a bedroom is a really bizarre choice. It also has a ping pong table and that space underneath the room outside. The winner here is the Tower Suite. The last category is the concierge and star class. So for Disney, they only have 2 classes. You are either concierge or you're not. In the Tower Suite, you get 5 bottles of wine, some drinks stocked in your fridge, including special requests, like we asked for Dr. Pepper, and all the Mickey ice cream bars you can eat. But everything else is just regular standard concierge. You basically don't have any special perks for being in that room. That means you get access to the concierge lounge, which has a limited menu for all meals, free alcohol there from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Only there. The lounge is in the front of the ship, and in the Tower Suite, you're kind of a little bit forward of the middle. So that's a little bit of a walk, but it's not too bad. The concierge sun deck does provide free sunscreen, which is a nice little perk. They will leave some treats in the room for you. We were on a 4-night cruise, so I think they did that for 2 nights. They weren't really anything that anyone in our room wanted to eat, though. It was like weird cheeses and dried fruits and things. If you email them ahead of time, but only after you're allowed to, the shoreside concierge will book the excursions and dining reservations that you'd like. And if I can just add as an aside here, I was pretty shocked about how little the shoreside concierge seemed to care or even read what I wrote. I asked what the latest menus looked like, since at the time I had a dietary restriction, and Disney closes the buffet for dinner. So you just have the one dining room that you're assigned to that night. And they just said no. Was it possible to request Dr. Pepper or lactose-free ice cream in the room? Nope. Had to request those on board. Basically, they're just a booking engine. Specialty dining, alcohol outside of that 5-hour window in the one location, laundry, gratuities, all that still costs extra. You can get meals delivered to your room, but you only get to pick one restaurant and only once per night. And it has to be something that's on the menu. And anything specialty costs extra. There is no line skipping, except a little bit to get you on and off the ship, which is pretty nice. You don't skip to the front of the customs line, so it still takes forever to get off. When you do get on the ship, they will meet you at the terminal and take you on. You have a lunch with all the other concierge guests while they get your room ready, and then you can go to your room. But for us, we didn't know how to get to it. There's no elevator button for 14, so we had to grab a cast member who then radioed for a concierge team member to come show us. There's no reserved seating at shows or movies either. They claim that they do, but you have to show up 45 minutes before showtime. And if I wanted to do that, then I wouldn't need reserved seats, would I? Things don't really get customized for you. They did provide a few fresh snacks in the room, which seems typical of these top tier concierge rooms. Usually it's like a bowl of fruit or something. But they never reached out to us to ask what we'd like. As I said, I had a dietary restriction at the time, so I just couldn't have any. There is a concierge team, but you don't have a concierge person specifically for you. To speak with them, you have to pick up the phone in your room and call or walk down to the concierge lounge. The Royal Caribbean. This is a completely different story. Depending on the ship, and in Icon's case, they have 4 classes: Star, Sky, Sea, and everybody else. In the Townhouse, of course, you're in the Star class, the top creme de la creme of the classes. And the Townhouse specifically gets some perks on top of the Star class. I'll have another video a little bit more about the intricacies of what Star class gets you and what they've been taking away. But for the purpose of comparing them here, you get the unlimited alcoholic drinks package, which works anywhere on the ship at all hours. You get unlimited specialty dining. Star does have some restrictions on what's included, but in the Townhouse, most of those restrictions don't apply to you. Now, dining does work a little bit different on Royal Caribbean and Disney, whereas Disney just has the 3 main dining rooms that they rotate you between, and then there's extra adults-only dining you can pay for. Royal Caribbean has basically the one main dining room that you go to every night, and if you want the good food, then it costs extra. And they have a whole host of restaurants that you can choose from and pay extra to go to. And all of those are included on Star Class for you in the Townhouse. You also get free laundry, 1 bag per person per day. If your sailing goes to perfect day at Coco Key, you get into Thrill Water Park. The attendant at Thrill Water Park doesn't know this, but the benefit of Star Class is you're just fine. Charge me whatever you want, and Jeannie will fix it later. And we had to ask him to do that multiple times. Very easy, no problem. All gratuities are included in your cabin fare, except for the Jeannie, him or herself. You'll receive a survey about 2 months before your cruise asking you what you'd like to eat, drink, your hobbies. Are you celebrating anything special? What's your morning routine? What's your perfect day? A shoreside Genie will then email you to start getting your excursions, dining, activities, shows, all kinds of things booked. Then about 7 days out, you'll hear from your personal Genie, who will answer any and all questions whenever, and you can get just about whatever you ask for. Your Genie will usually be assigned to 3 cabins, so you have maybe like 35% of one person's attention versus like 3% of 7 people's attention in the tower suite. You communicate through WhatsApp on your phone. You don't have to pick up the phone. You can call them from wherever you are on the ship. If you decide you want to eat at a sold out restaurant that night, it's not sold out for you. You can get food from any specialty restaurant served right at your room, no extra cost, whenever you want. The chefs will even make a custom meal just for you. Particularly handy if you're on a no chew diet, by the way. Think up any kind of crazy random food that you might like to try, like a brookie. A brookie. What's a brookie? They will Google it and show you on their phone. Is this what you're talking about? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, make a brookie. And it was amazing. Disney is not going to do that. Think maybe you'd like some coffee. Ask once and it's there every morning, exactly the way you want it, when you want it. How about an ice cream party? Best piece of steak on the ship delivered to your room for lunch every day? No problem. And they do personalize things. Remember that survey. You'll have so much food that you like in your room that you don't know what to do with it all. They have an amazing ability to predict what you want and bring it to you before you even know what you want. And they'll make suggestions too. Oh yeah, you think you'd like some wings? How about raw fish? Do you like raw fish too? They got these good nachos. Let me send you some nachos. How about an ice cream sundae? They'll give you one of those too. Very, very different. Star Class also lets you skip most of the lines. On the ship, they will take you right to the front of the line to get off the ship at ports. When your cruise is over, they take you a significant portion of the way through disembarkation, basically straight to customs. Similar to the Wish, Star Class and Sky Class have a special lounge and sun deck area. Also, way in the front of the ship, the townhouse is all the way aft, so it is a long way there. It has food out all the time and a sun deck with a pool and tons of loungers. Another thing Disney doesn't even try to touch is the coastal kitchen. Suite rooms have a whole restaurant that, by the way, overlooks the Aquadome, so you can watch the show while eating. You can say that the concierge lounge serves food, but it's a lounge. It's not a restaurant. There's a huge difference in the menus. And with Star Class, they actually do reserve seats for you at the shows, so you don't have to show up 45 minutes early. You can even go there before the show to figure out exactly where best you'd like to sit. Maybe it's row 1, maybe it's row 4. You show up 5 minutes before the show, and your genie walks you straight to your seats and brings your favorite drink. In the Aquadome, seating is like bleacher-style seats, but not for Star Class. You get proper chairs and a table for your drink. If you can't tell by now, the Ultimate Family Townhouse, Star Class, and Royal Caribbean is so far above what you get in concierge on a Disney ship. It's not even close. So the bottom line, which is better? If you're planning a big anniversary or any other huge celebration, it really can be worth it to spring for these rooms. It's not just, oh, it's bigger square footage, but I'm not going to be spending any time in the room anyway, so what does it matter? It really is a different experience. The layout of the Tower Suite is truly excellent and felt very princessy and glamorous, but the level of perks that you get in Star Class on Royal Caribbean was just not there at all. In Star Class, especially in the townhouse, it really is almost like you own the ship and you have a best friend who is on your side to make everything happen for you. You even have access to special tours that are exclusively for Star Class guests. We got to do a galley tour, we got to do a bridge tour, and none of these cost extra. But the rooms, and particularly the townhouse, are just not designed that well. If given the chance to go again on either of the two, I would pick Royal Caribbean Star Class. But, and a big but here, they are in the middle of making changes to their Star Class program and are ramping up the nickel and diming. When speaking with your travel agent, make sure to ask her what the Star Class benefits are at that time.